Let's see what happens. Dark Souls 3. I gotta remember what I'm doing. Irithyll! Yeah, I beat the Sullivan's Beast at Irithyll. And now I'm gonna see what I'm gonna be doing. It's, yeah. Some Dark Souls. I am human as shit, and I am going to die. I need a real shield. A large barge with a radio antenna on it that we would charge. Just... okay. Okay, found the spells. Let's... okay, I have sought guidance. I'll be seeking some more guidance soon, because Ogres said that he would want to be joining me. Got a large soul. It's a large soul. I sound like a crystal goblin. So what are the odds of me getting invaded, do you think? 100%? What if they were actually 0%? Because what if I didn't get invaded? What if I did invaded? Because over here we have... we should have... some lore. Lore! I think you can do this as you are fighting the Sullivan's Beast. But you probably shouldn't. So Ciri needs our help. And we're going to help out Ciri. And we're going to help out Ciri because she is fighting someone who is a lore. Okay, she's fighting some lore. There's the lore. Crap. Be nice. Don't hurt me.
Okay, is this thing on?
Hello, Ogre. I'll have to adjust your audio here in a second. Please. It's Ogre, everybody.
Yep, it's all Ogre now.
It's all Ogre. Okay.
I see you're already starting off pretty exciting.
Yeah, I remembered some lore. And I went and found some lore. I cut the lore with my sword, is what I did.
One thing I like about Cirrus a lot is that theoretically she's kind of geared up to be the strongest PvP NPC in the game. Because she's got the S-Stock, she's got her Dark Moon Blade.
So yeah, she's got a buff, she's got a pig sticker, but I don't think her weapon is upgraded at all. She does very poor damage. Maybe she's into low level
theoretically, she's got the good idea.
She's got the goods. So we're gonna go get some present because we did some lore. Now that we helped Ciri out, Sarah's. Isn't that Game of Thrones? And also a small planetoid.
Oh yeah, totally. You're talking about cereal.
Yeah, I love cereal. Here she is. Hello.
I have not thanked you for your generous rescue.
Okay, it looks like we're not doing Wizard Eyes, but my stream is pretty close behind.
That's good. The Twitch delay has gotten a lot better over recent times.
Looks like it's like 12 seconds or so.
To say the least.
Lore.
I would not have made it alone. You have my deepest gratitude.
And she gives us a shitty blessed mailbreaker and a silver cat ring.
If you require help on your travels, I offer you my sign.
Yeah,
Blessings
it's
on you upon your journey.
the ring is kind of useful,
If you require,
not nearly as much as in Dark Souls 2.
The ring works.
There's hardly any.
Yeah, there's less platforming. This ring actually works differently. The way it worked in Dark Souls 2 is it basically, I don't think it actually did this, but it basically like jacked up your effective adaptability for fall damage. So like you just took less fall damage proportionally when you were wearing the silver cat ring. In this game, if you would take fall damage that was not lethal, you instead take no fall damage.
Yeah, I believe you could even take like slightly more than would be lethal, or at least that's the way it works with Spook.
I don't know. I don't think it's just
the
Spook,
speedrun realizes that.
but it is pretty useful. I like the ring quite a bit. There's just it's just something to carry around. In the Age of Gods, or possibly just following it, an old cat was said to speak with a human tongue, with the voice of an old woman and the form of a fanciful immortal. I didn't think that she sounded like an old woman. Do you?
No, she sounded younger than the one in Dark Souls 1, for sure.
Yeah. Like, does she, I don't think old women say enchanté.
Depends where they're from.
I don't know any
Come
Franches.
to think of it, this is the only Dark Souls game that doesn't have a talking cat in it.
Yeah, no talking cat in this one. I don't think there's a talking cat in Demon's Souls, I don't think. So maybe we're going back to basics.
I mean, yeah, there is a mana bar, so...
Yeah.
And also no talking cat.
Talking cat? It's a David Dakota film. Okay, so in games where you have a mana bar, you do not have cats.
It appears that's how it works.
Yeah.
There's like a rat ring in Demon's Souls. I don't recall if there's a cat ring. I don't think so.
The Clever Rat Ring, I think the Clever Rat Ring is the...
It's like some kind of damage buff, I think.
I think it's RTSR.
Stealth or something.
And then there's the
Or
Dull
maybe,
Rat
yeah.
Ring, which I think is Blue Tear Stone Ring. Oh, this place sucks.
Yeah, I feel like this is where the difficulty really starts ramping up. Like this entire stretch over here is a pretty nasty gauntlet.
But I can backstab. Okay, my damage here is okay when I have Blessed Weapon going. Should probably just hit the monsters. There's one up here to the right, and it will want to ambush you. Come on, split up so I can fighting you.
Yeah, these guys are kind of smart. One hangs back and shoots stuff, and the other comes on close.
Okay, when I'm buffed, I killed him in 4, which is not bad at all. Got their armor and a large shard.
Ooh.
Let's try out their armor.
So now we can officially learn who these guys are.
Yeah, we can do some lore. There's not a whole lot of lore here. It just calls them the harrowed spirits of Irithyll.
Yeah, I think the name of the armor has more lore than the description itself.
Yeah, Pontiff Knight armor. Well, there's a Pontiff somewhere, and they have knights. I think we've already heard reference to Pontiff Sullivan quite a few times. And we're being told to upgrade our weapon.
Oh yeah, this is where the game decides to give you lots of large shards. What's your weapon at right now?
4. I have a bit of a
It's not bad.
problem. I haven't decided what weapon to use, and so I've been like putting off picking and upgrading one.
If you're gonna stay on the buff route, then a straight sword is a pretty good choice.
Pretty decent.
It's kind of a good choice no matter what, since it doesn't depend on your stats.
Especially not when it's raw. I don't know if there's a better raw
Yeah.
weapon to make, though. Going back to Black Knight armor. Black Knight armor looks really good with Irithyll's hat.
Everything's so spiky.
Got spikes.
I see you're doing what I always do over here, which is just hide behind this fountain
Hide
and wait
behind-
for the dudes to pass.
Yeah, wait for some of the guys. I'm not that afraid of the fire witches, but they are moderate amounts of
They've got
threatening.
Yeah, they've got some nasty moves.
Up like this.
Let me
I
guess,
live.
Did you get grabbed? Oh no, it's the... Okay.
Wow,
Yay!
it's really it's the sword boys who are giving me troubles.
Yeah, it's because they're using claymores. Pretty sure they can drop them as well. Got grabbed again. Oh no.
Ah, okay. Multi-stabbed. This is fine. I won't be human anymore. Oh, hello, Burnt Head. People actually showing up. It's like 3:40. I streamed plenty of Dark Souls. It's like mid-afternoon. But it's not usually the best time for streaming. Ooh, what's this? I used Seek Guidance and a soapstone I can't interact with happened.
Ooh. So that's what it does. Nothing.
Is it like show me where a sign would be if I were human?
That sounds like situationally useful at best. Like if you want to summon a rando, but you don't want to waste an ember in case no one's here.
Anyways.
Now, I guess we know what it does at least.
I mean, I'm not sure that's what it does. I have no idea.
Okay.
I am unconvinced. Come here, you.
I'm convinced until proven otherwise.
That's a fine way to do it. The thing I like about the Pontiff Knights is they sound like they've got horse hooves.
Yeah, they've got really weird footstep sounds. Their boots don't look especially different, though.
They've just got the feet of horses.
Also got some pretty sweet moves. The little frost blade that pops out.
If you use one of their swords, you can do that. Ah, they're wearing coconuts. Okay.
I'd like to see him tap dance.
Little clopping. With their tap dancing clogs. Maybe I ought to upgrade my weapon. Just commit to using the ass. Commit to ass.
You're going to be finding enough large shards soon enough that it's not really going to be a commitment, I don't think.
True. At first it was a commitment, but now it's not. Especially since it won't be too long from now when I can just buy the damn things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, take 2.
Yeah, take 2. I just want to wait for the witches, the fire witches, to get far enough apart so that they're not both attacking me, because that's the danger.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've learned that my real goal is to kill the sword boys.
I wasn't keeping track of how many hits they took.
I think it's 3
You
if
can't
I'm
be doing
buffed. Oh, damn it. He saw me!
Ah, cheater.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
this should make things a lot easier now.
not that threatening. And now these guys you should ignore. This is definitely an area of the game that I learned to do at some point, and now it was very hard, and now it's just sort of automatic. It's like, you learn the strategy. They put enemies there that you should not fight, because they are slow and ambling, and then put a ranged enemy up here that you should.
Yeah, I think the trick is a little bit slower than usual. Like, wait around over here as well.
Yeah, because there's these guys. They saw me, though. I should only have to fight one of them at a time, though. Oh no! I got betrayed by my backstab animation.
Ah,
I like how they...
seems like you're doing fine, though.
Yeah, we're doing okay. Another Pont of Night armor, thank you. Thank you for the Pont of Night.
I wish the Fire Witch dropped something instead.
Yeah, the first one dropped some Titanite shard, but really, who cares? So, the Blessed Weapon actually does heal a little bit of HP. Hey, hey, what's this? It's a Gerblin. So,
Treasure is always welcome.
this is one of the weirdest invisible wall, or invisible paths in the entire game.
You even call it an illusory wall. It's like
Yeah, it's, not,
illusory banister or fence.
it's an illusory stairs.
Yeah, like you hit the fence, and then the stairs show up, and the fence disappears.
I would call this mid-game. We're solidly in the mid-game. Like, we're getting large shards. We don't have chunks yet. When you start getting chunks, you can think you're getting towards the end game, sort of, or late game.
I'd compare this pacing-wise to Anor Londo, probably.
We're about to get
Dark
a useful
Souls one.
miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Because this lady won't stop screaming. She has her hat off. Can I look at her without...
I just grab the binoculars for someone who's 12 feet away.
I want to look at her face, because she's got her hat off. She's got like a stealth helmet under her hat. It's like a little iron cap.
So that mask isn't a mask, it's a cap? Huh.
She's getting up. Don't know how she got here.
To be fair, you're being rude, so...
Well, I'm being rude, but she's being she killed me. Wow, she did a lot of damage. I took 2 hits and I died. I was already a little bit damaged, but not
Yikes.
very damaged. Well, now we're going to apply a tried and true methodology that I'm certain will not at all backfire and make me lose like the 15 grand I had. I think there is a parting of the veil that happens for Dark Souls players when they figure out that try-dashing through works.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work the first time, but as soon as you have an idea of what the area is, and what to expect, yeah.
And my bet is that not a lot of enemies will follow me down this far.
Yeah, the game doesn't really have any traditional arena restrictions, like kill X enemies to proceed. You can just run pretty much wherever you want.
Yeah, okay, now I'm going to make a smart decision, which is I'm going to open this door.
Pretty smart.
I don't know the lore of the walking ghosts, actually. I don't know why they're here. They look like they're from the kiln of the first flame.
Those ghosts are, they are the Outrider Knights, which you see all across the world of the game. Actually exclusively around Lothric Castle. They are sent by someone who's hanging out around here. And, I think there's 5 ghosts, and each one represents an Outrider Knight that you meet in the world. 2 of which are actually bosses.
Ah.
One of them, like one specifically looks like the Dancer of the Boreal Valley.
So do you kind of have to brain that out, or is there anything that tells you this?
I think the main thing that tells you is that that their armor is basically the same, and also one does look like the Dancer.
Well, you've seen the Dancer. Maybe if I plop down back at the bonfire, we'll see one of the ghosts. Because I always just sort of saw them as like they're making some kind of thematic draw to Dark Souls 1.
Like, I guess I don't know why these ghosts are here, but it's pretty, like, we do know more or less what they represent.
Huh. Don't know why they're here, or why they're ghosts. The only time you see ghosts like this in Dark Souls is in the Kiln of the First Flame. And you've got, like, ghost Black Knights walking out over the bridge.
Yeah, if there's any connection to that, then I have no idea what it is.
I've never counted to see if the ghosts in Anor Londo, if, like, there's the same amount of ghosts on that bridge as there are Black Knights wandering the world.
Something tells me it's infinite. But then again, that would also technically be true, since there are infinite Black Knights in the Kiln of the First Flame.
In the kiln, there's infinites. But in the world, there's...
Got some pants.
I could probably count how many there were in the world, but I'm fighting a guy.
It's like 4 or 5, probably.
More than that. There's 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, and this
4, 5, 6. I'm blanking on the rest. I think there's like 7. I should probably take seek guidance off because it doesn't do anything.
Do you have something to replace it with?
Heal. Just turning blue into health.
better than nothing, which is what Seek Guidance is.
Yeah, see, guidance seems like a big old goose egg. I could take off GRS and put on my fighting buff that I got from being a good warrior, a sun friend. I think I'm just gonna be using the morale trousers. Yeah, they spawn continuously, but I wonder if there's like the number of like amounts like on the bridge at a time. I'm gonna let this fire witch go past.
Yeah, we've tried dashing through, now we're trying the opposite.
You have to play without online Aurabolt? Is that because of something, or is it because you fear the Reaper? I've suddenly blanked on all the lyrics of Don't Fear the Reaper except the "And the sun and the moon and the rain." That's the only phrase I could remember of it.
All our times have come here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't fear the Reaper.
That's right. I'm not a true Blue Oyster Cult.
If you want Blue Oyster Cult facts, then I'm your guy.
Yeah.
Just ask me 24/7.
What? How did that hit me? I was literally in invincibility frames. These damn discounted frames that aren't truly invincible. Ah, slow down. I see. Are they actually
Looks like
a
the
cult?
witch got you a fire of unknown origin.
Unknown flame. Yeah, I do think Blue Oyster Cult is a cult. But they're the cult of the umlaut.
Yeah, they're the Blue Oyster Cults are a fictional cult in their little Blue Oyster Cult universe, which you can learn more about on the album Imaginos. It's pretty good.
Came for the Dark Souls lore, stayed for the Blue Oyster Cult lore.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about that lore.
Okay, here's the dancer. She's this one walking beside her. I don't think it doesn't look like Vort. It's not a big fat guy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's supposed to represent him, but since it's always like... I think one item description says that the dancer is never far from Vort.
Yeah, I think that might be
that's
one of the soul transpositions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like you don't have to be mutilated to be a big fat guy. There's nothing over here. Yeah, dead end ahead. You can just be Okay, here's a special statue. If I were to hit this statue, it would become a pale shade of Blondor. But I don't want to do that. Because over here, we got Henri. Hi, Henri.
Oh, I thought it might be you. Good to see you. I never managed to find Horace. But my duty must be done, even alone, as an unkindled Lord Seeker.
Godzilla.
For the children I
Ooh,
knew,
Godzilla.
bless their souls. We all have our reasons, don't we? Please, take this. Recompense for my foolish request. And also a token of protection. May the flames guide your way.
Hey, Ring of the Evil Eye.
Ah, you are brave indeed.
Yay!
To face your duty alone.
It's a ring that I
It would be
like,
well to learn
but
from
it's not useful
May
because
the
other
flames
rings are
guide your
better.
way.
Yeah. Quiet resolve.
Ah,
So yeah, we did, because we did not tell Henri about Horace, we can continue on the path of being evil. And Henri is being, tailed by a pale shade of Londor. That's who this person over here is, who if I were to interact with, that would break the quest, so I can't. But when we come back later, this statue will not be here. The one in the corner.
I think if you want some extra lore, you can hit the statue with like a little bit of damage or kick it.
I could probably
and then you'll see what's
use...
up.
I could probably use like a dueling charm, but I'm not going to risk it. Did I sit at that bonfire? I don't think I did. I just walked up and took that proof of a Concord kept and did not even interact with the bonfire.
I think it said light bonfire as you walked past, so I don't think you even lit it.
We gotta keep going. There's more lore to find. More lore. Now, is there good lore for us here? Might as well find out.
Yeah, if there's not lore, then there's at least stuff to pick up.
Stuff is lore.
There's also environmental storytelling.
Will be some here in a minute. I hate fire witches. Oh my god, they are so bad.
They got a ton of health, which, to be fair, they are tall, so I guess that excuses it a little.
That they can just like hit you without being able to see you. Okay. The knight will be easier to kill, so that is who I should target. Alright, I picked
Seem
up...
to be running the gauntlet pretty well so far.
Yeah, I picked up Doris's Gnawing, which I should use.
That is a powerful miracle. Like, even at a low level, it's pretty good.
I could not avoid that death. I was just dead to rights. Because like, I was getting up and then got hit by fire you couldn't dodge.
It is quite a rude way to die.
The tin top,
There's a
rudest
big
way to die.
bloodstain as well.
Let's check out Doris's Gnawing. Miracle of Doris, the deranged evangelist. Summoned great insects swarm to feast on foes. Those who linger too long on the brink of the deep often slip. I don't know what that means, but we have a cool spell. It fires sort of gooey bugs that kind of track. This goes way faster than the version of the spell the enemies have, and it causes a bleed buildup. Actually, rather quickly, I think. We can try it out on
There's
some
a
of these
weaker
enemies.
version of the spell called Gnaw, and I believe that doesn't track, if I remember correctly. This spell is pretty good.
I don't have Gnaw because I chose not to give the evil books to Karim Lady.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear somebody walking around, but I don't know. Oh, there they are. There are people behind this door that I can't open yet. They turned invisible. You. Do you bleed? Yes. Well, you will. That was a reference to Batman vs Superman. I haven't seen that movie.
That's I've seen it, and I don't recall that.
It was in the trailer at the very least. Batman says it to Superman when he's in his bat suit.
Okay, to be fair, I don't remember like 90% of that movie.
Ah, thank you for the sub, Kratok.
Yay!
Good morning, my friend. Welcome to Lore. We got Tactful Ogre with us. It's Ogre. Say hello, Ogre.
It's me. Hello, Ogre.
Now, this time with feeling.
Hell, Ogre.
There we go.
Not sure what that feeling was.
It was, I would call it, hell. The feeling of hell. Look at some of these statues. Got some kneeling people. Some kneeling people. I think playing or watching Bloodborne or developing it will make you go crazy about statues.
Yeah, I feel like, there are fewer lore-relevant statues in this game, but that's not to say that there aren't any.
Oh,
So some...
you get a lot of these. These ones are very the one of just the little pages, just standing around. Just boys with swords. These aren't any lore. But then you have this, which is lore, because this looks like one of the Deacons of the Deep before he went hollow. He's got the same like hat and like posture. And he's got a cup of fire.
Think of it. Come to think of it, I'm wondering now, maybe those sword boys are supposed to be those claymore wielding people.
You are probably
those aren't claymores,
right.
But it's pretty close.
Well, they look like Silver Knight swords, kinda, but yeah. That's probably completely true. The ring up there we cannot get yet. It's going to be a while till we can get the item up there. I guess I said ring up there because it's a ring, because I was dumb and spoke without... I spoiled what that item is. It's a ring. Spoilers! It's a ring! I've been watching Super Great Friend play the Ring video game, and I can't recall a single moment of the game other than the music. Just nothing happens. I remember a bird.
I unfortunately haven't started watching that.
It's, I don't know if I can recommend it. It is just so boring. I heard a cat.
Yeah. I was gone for the first 5 minutes of the stream because I was trying to appease my cat.
This is not an illusionary wall.
For a little while, but now he's back.
Now he's back and madder than ever. I don't know if that's true.
Nah, he's just bored.
Maybe I should stream better. Let's go upgrade some items.
That's a good idea.
You took your
Also
cat
got
for a
lot of
walk.
souls.
Yeah, I do have. I have. This is at this point in the game. This is an amount. This is an amount of souls. If you, I don't know if you can really take a cat on a walk, because I don't think, like, a dog respects and enjoys that activity, and I don't think cats respect anything.
Yeah, I've never taken a cat on a walk, but I assume that cats they rather walk themselves. That'd be my guess.
Okay, I think I need to. We're gonna have an opportunity to send Grey Rat out to do some more thieving, and I think I should do that.
As long as you also do some other things.
Yeah, Siegmeyer
I can recommend that.
Yeah, Siegmeyer is up to date. I've done Siegmeyer. So I think yeah.
Oh, hello.
Probably safe.
Unless
you want to progress a little bit and see if Siegmeyer really is where he's supposed to be.
To old moon worshipping nobles and should be packed with treasure. What do you think? Shall I go and see what I can find?
We're sort of pussyfooting around this because this is one of the easiest to
fine
break
choice.
things in the game.
I am
This right here.
Greyrat the thief. What I bring back will be worthy of that name.
So, he's going to need to be rescued since we're sending him out.
Goodbye. Do stay safe.
And this time, he needs to be rescued by a friend.
Speak on.
Yes, like destiny ordains that it has to be a specific kind of friend.
It's got to be an onion. And there's two ways to do it. One is you can do Siegmeyer's quest. Two is you don't do Siegmeyer's quest and do not buy the onion armor from Greyrat's friend Patches, and then Patches will do it. But if you progress through the Irithyll Valley too much, and you're doing it with Siegmeyer, and like you go into the profaned capital, Siegmeyer will move if you move too far, and then Greyrat will die. So basically, by sending him out to pillage, I am committing to basically beating Pontiff before I do anything in the profaned capital.
Well, 'tis good to see ye in good health. What needs
I have
to
faith
be
in
stayed?
myself and my abilities.
I also have faith in your ability to stay on track.
I have more faith in your ability, because yesterday, Ogre beat the Ashes of Ariandel DLC at level 1. Isn't that right, Ogre?
That is right, and now I'm spent like an hour and a half trying to fight the first boss of the second DLC, and that's not working out great.
Okay, be careful. I go.
But
Oh, the first boss. The multi-fight boss?
yes,
That fight's tough.
yeah,
Moms are tough, though.
I'm not sure how to rank it, and I'm also not sure I want to discuss it.
Yeah,
It's
well,
so far ahead of what's
so
going on in here.
so far ahead of the lore we're at. I think we were even vague enough. Okay, I upgraded my items a little bit, so we'll be more powerful. I remember playing through Dark Souls 2, trying to use sorcery, and wondering why it was so bad the entire game, and the reason was that I had not upgraded my spell tools at all, because I did not know you could. Item. It's the roster of knights. There'd be some lore here.
I always forget about that item.
This is your first hint that there are Dark Moon Knights in this game, other than the fact that we have met one.
And also those couple of years that you found somewhere.
And we found... Well, you can get proofs of Concords kept through Blue Sentinels.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be mean to me. No bully.
I like this little graveyard area.
It's a fading soul. It's a trap item. It's there to trap you. There's a crow person. And a bone. And an undead bone shard. You know, I'm feeling the distinct need to use an ember. I don't know why. Maybe because I took some damage.
Yeah, I think you can use the health. It'll come in handy. And you've got 50 of them, so...
What about this slab says?
Yeah, why not?
Oh
Oh no.
no! Oh crap.
And this time you don't have the policewoman to help you.
I'm dead.
Oh
And
no.
I thought I could break his poise, and I didn't. that's been the stream, is me just dying to chumps. Yeah, Dragon Slayer Axe is quite good. Hell, it might be like a weapon I want to use. You know?
Man, that's right. It does have, like, since it's lightning, it has faith scaling.
Yeah, and I think I could buff it.
I think that's sounds like a pretty fun goal.
I can try buffing it after I obtain it. I might not be able to buff it with anything but Sunlight Blade. It might not work with Blessed Weapon.
I honestly don't know, because I haven't used this weapon much.
I used it for the hardest boss of the second DLC. Because I had to. Because the weapon I was using would not hit the boss.
Like, just couldn't reach it.
Like, I was using the... Oh no. He got me with his,
Oh no, his Lloyd's.
his Undead Hunter charm. His anti-juicing charm.
Oh, so...
He knocked my blessed weapon off. Okay, he's healing. I'm gonna try something stupid when he's not in rage mode. Okay.
I think you've got this.
I keep trying to parry him like a dingbat and messing up. When really I should just be pressing the R1 button.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that parrying is so tough with medium shields.
Come here, you. Up, got him right before he used his Divine Blessing. But he was in the middle of the animation.
I saw it, yeah.
Dragon Slayer Axe.
Yeah, he got his weapon.
Favored by Creighton the Wanderer, infamous deserter of the Knights of Marah. Called the Dragon Slayer's Axe first lightning that pulsates its blade, but Creighton used it to slay men. Creighton was in Dark Souls 2. And he was one of the 2 murderers you could help or kill in that game. Its stat requirements are significant, I would say. So maybe we won't be using it for a while, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I can
I'm gonna just throw it on it real quick to, yeah, test it. See if you can buff it.
It can be blessed.
Yay!
Because it's not... I get... The only rules I found is you can't buff weapons if they're infused sometimes. And you can't buff weapons if they're Titanite, Twinkling weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I could just gain a bunch of strengths. Because I have the Night Ring. Because I broke into Castle Lothric early. You were there
Oh yeah,
for
that's
that.
right. Mm-hmm.
The Arby's Watcher was there.
I think that only brings you like 3 levels away to having the appropriate strength.
If I commit a ring slot, but... Or, and hear me out, or I could get more faith. I don't know why, but I could. I mean,
You could. That is a valid option.
I only have 30 faith. I think it... I mean, it keeps scaling up to 99, right?
Totally, yeah.
You can get over here, but there's nothing over here.
Doing something. Oh, there's a spot behind the tree. It's a fun little place if you want to mess with people during an invasion.
Like, jump over there and then use
Yeah, like curl up
or use a chameleon.
to hide yourself. Or that, yeah.
I'm going to use a torch.
Torches are fun, sure.
Gonna light up the night.
I do like the fact that you can hold the block button and make it shine brighter.
Oh no! It stopped scaling at 60. Oh no, what is this, Bloodborne? A lot of noises here. I love lore. I'm not attracted to lore though, I just want to marry it. I think this is the first blue bug pellets we found. Boreal Valley is infested with moon bugs! Meaning ingredients are never far for this Irithylian slaves who concoct this medicine.
I think night weapons, because I think those talk about being brittle because bugs have eaten through them. So
Well, we'll be able to buy some of those soon, as soon as our friend comes back. Rat boy.
yeah, gray rat.
Pontiff should have been called the Exterminator. Or the Bug Buster. That's some more shriving stones. Maybe we'll use one of those at some point. Wow, really?
I think I've used. Uh-oh, did you fall?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Not only did I fall, I fell pretty hard. It's all thanks to...
It is all thanks to try jumping.
It's all thanks to try jumping. Man, I should have been wearing my ring, and then it would have been fine. I'm going the
Oh
wrong way.
man.
I had a ring for this situation.
I do kind of want to see you fall with the ring now, to be honest.
I just won't take any damage. Sure. Once I get my bloodstain back. Okay.
Yeah, Sarah specifically gave it to you because she knew this was coming.
Okay. You don't really have to kill any of these guys. But if I want to be hunting items... I think what I want to be devoting levels to in the future is going to be health. Some health.
Yours is pretty good in this game.
See, if it takes more to die, then I can continue playing poorly.
That's my preferred way of playing through the game. I'm not playing through it at level 1, at least.
Yeah, some of these legless guys will try to fall on you, and they do a grab attack.
It's kind of fun just watching them plop down.
Yeah, they don't land on you. Man, I have a bone to burn. I should do that. But first,
You have a bone to pick.
I've got a bone to burn, not to pick. You don't pick them. I already picked it up.
Got like 3 more bones to pick then.
Yeah. The guy who was supposed to push me off the railing fell off and didn't push me off the railing. Can you guys push me off a railing? No, these are falling down guys.
They push themselves off. This one's just lounging around.
I've been festooned. That's a word, right?
Probably. If it wasn't before, then now it is.
It totally is now. But of the thousands of words I know, I'm certain at least some of them are real. Is there a point to coming here?
There is there's a treasure chest you can drop down
Yeah, I meant
to
here though.
from the rack. Oh,
Blood. Definitely a word, and that is definitely not how to use it. Well, I'm a trendsetter. I think we've got a blood gem before. We have not. Slurped by
Oh, the
Irithyll
first-
slaves.
mm.
So the slaves slurp the bloodstone.
Of note, it's not the same kind of blood gem as in Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's a different kind of blood gem. Yorshka spear.
Mm-hmm.
This treasure gifted to the Yorshka church is enchanted by a sophoric spell. It was stereotypically worshipped by Irithyll slaves. It is a kind of a halberd weapon. It has fates scaling. It's a weird weapon I've never used.
It's kind of got the partisan move set, like pokey, sweepy. It's a kind of shaped like a halberd though, so something in between, I guess.
It's getting clowned on by idiots. Well, there was one more thing we could do. This box is floating.
Havoc physics engine.
It's really good. You can like license it pretty cheaply, and everybody loves it. Just use Havoc. It'll wreak havoc
do
on
love
your
it a lot.
game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird bit of physics there. We can come here because we have, and it just leads you here.
Just a little alternate route.
Do I want anything other than the silver cat ring? Snakes. Just get some more souls.
Yeah, more souls is good. I'd say either that or the lingering dragon ring if you're gonna be buffing a lot.
It's true. In this game, it works on miracles. So somebody screamed, and now the ghostlings are after me. Some of them have giant hair.
The screams in this game are pretty ear-piercing. Pretty spooky, even.
I know you're around here, wherever you are, guarding this blood gem. I like how there's enemies that use homing soul mass weapons that don't get the full 5 because they don't have enough intelligence, isn't the implication?
Yeah.
These guys just get 2 because they're not that smart. If I keep hitting these
Would
walls...
be pretty interesting if there was one that got like 5.
Well, the only one I can think of that gets all of them is the Crystal Sages. They get all of them. Actually, hell, I think they get more than you can use. They might get like 7 or something. So around here are some very scary looking, non-threatening monsters.
Yeah, these things, they're surprisingly easy to kill, considering how spooky and crawly, creepy fighter
They are
things
very
they are.
not good to look at.
They also look like they have grab attacks, but I don't think I've ever been grabbed. So if they do have grab attacks, then I don't know.
So if you had evaded the Sullivan's Beast, it would reappear here. Because we're right by the bridge where it spawned at the first time.
And this arena is way worse to fight it in
Yes,
because of all of the water.
the water is quite poor to fight the Sullivan's Beast on. Also, it has electricity attacks that benefit from being watery.
Yes, so this is your punishment for being a coward. Is you get to die harder.
I had never known the Sullivan Beast spawned here, because I had always fought it on the bridge, until it happened to Kaz. And there's just a worm here, with a great heal. This is the second Cathedral of the Deep enemy we've seen here, and we don't really know how this worm got here or why it died. It's holding the Rosaria's finger staff. Just a worm. I don't know if the Sullivan's Beast jumps
really
off or not.
sure what this dude is about.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But it's like some just like through line of areas, just to kind of remind you. Is you don't have to have done the Cathedral of the Deep right before coming here. But so like you might have forgotten if you're a tiny brain. So, at the risk of destroying some lore, yeah, there's a bonfire right here. I think you can use this bonfire.
Yeah, that bonfire's safe. It won't ruin your Grey Rat quest.
Yeah, that could be the first worm you've ever seen. Well, no. There's one worm by the giant in the Cathedral of the Deep that you had to have seen, because it falls on you. There's nothing over there, but there's some stuff we can look at. Using our sweet Nox. Pretty sure that up there is Castle Lothric. Lothric is not actually that far away from Irithyll.
That is actually the Cathedral of the Deep.
Ah, it's the
I'm pretty
cathedral.
sure.
Well, you can see the...
It's either that or it's the mausoleum, the Carthus mausoleum. It's one of the two, because Lothric, I'm pretty sure, is a little bit to the right.
No, Carthus would have to be over there, because of where you can follow the bridge, and at the end of the bridge is where Carthus is at. Yeah, there's Lothric way over there. You can see it. It's farther away, yeah. So that's probably the Cathedral of the Deep, yeah. But still not that far away. And then way over there you can see some steeples. Irithyll has a distinct look to it. I like it. Especially because it's right next to a place we'll come to maybe later today that has a iconic look to it.
I really like the Winter Wonderland vibe over here.
It's cold for some reason.
Not quite cold enough to freeze this water, though. Unless this isn't water.
Yeah, we're in the sewers. Everybody knows that PP can't freeze. And that's why I don't freeze. There's more weird bugs down here.
And dung pies. Just an extra reminder that you're in a pretty nasty place.
There's a gleam on the wall that always looks like a glowy. And it's by a place where an important glowy can... Like, if you fail to save Grey Rat, I'm pretty sure his ashes appear over there. And there's a
Yeah.
glow on the wall that looks like a glow aid. You're like, ah, did I fuck it up? And like you get close to it and no. And then right here is some lore. These are Kaz's ashes. Kaz is in every video game. He's in this one too. Unclean umbral ash, coated with excrement. Perhaps it's possible the handmaid of Firelink Shrine could turn this into a few new things. Oh, to savor the sweet pungency but once more.
Can you check the lore of the dunk pies? Because I think it says something about hollows having an attraction to...
Yeah, perhaps some undead have fond memories of waste. Or perhaps
Yeah.
not. Do I have any stock dung pies? I don't. They have a unique message too. Technically, this is a completely different material set from found in dung pies, but it's just splitting hairs. Waste is waste.
Yeah.
Some lore. This is a nice fire you've got going.
Nice, homely, cozy little place.
He's a bit close to it, though. I want to be a little farther away.
Excuse me, I must have
Maybe the
dozed
armor
off.
helps.
It's rather warm in here. Well, hasn't it been all too long? It's good to see you.
To be fair, it is
Oh,
really cold
I seem to have missed
outside.
my chance,
Rather
sir.
cold outside.
I, Siegwart of Katarina, offer my deepest gratitude. And a little surprise to go with it. It's all yours.
Ah, we got emit force.
I know. Won't you join me for dinner? I make a fine Esther soup.
I think
I've
it's
got some
like
stew
a custom.
right now.
Oh,
Even we undead deserve a little normalcy from time to time. And finally, upon this rendezvous, let us make a toast. To your valor, my sword, and our sworn duties.
I think I'm not going to get deep protection yet.
Long may the sun shine.
I'm gonna kill and he gives us some soup.
Have you heard? Somewhere, hidden right here in Irithyll, is a deep dungeon. And even below that, the
time
profane
for soup.
capital, home of Yom, the reclusive giant lord. That reminds me, I've a grave promise to keep. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I've cast a cloud over things. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap.
So if you missed sleep
The
before,
only
you
thing
could get
to
it
do,
here.
really, after a nice toast.
As he falls back asleep.
I think this is the first spot where he kind of tells you a little more explicitly what his mission is.
Yeah, he's looking for the profaned capital. The first time we've heard of it. I'm going to conspicuously... Are these messages bad messages? Yes, disparage this message. Okay, that I don't understand. There's always a bad message there. I'm going to conspicuously switch to a small shield for no reason. What's this?
Stumbled into an art gallery.
Crap. Got moderately crushed.
Blah. So this guy seems familiar.
Got some new moves though. I'm dead. He didn't do the attack I'm good at parrying. I have to parry Silver Knights. It's a law. Okay,
Turns out his most valuable new move is learning how to not be parried.
He could totally parry him though. In fact, I'm so sure I'm parrying him. I'm putting my medium shield back on. We're going to do it. The rule of this game is try attacking. That is not what I'm going to do.
To be fair, I'm not 100% sure if you can parry that lightning attack.
I'm relatively
I think
certain
it
you
literally
cannot.
might be.
That's not important. I have mine honor to uphold. You can run from the bugs. They won't follow you up the stairs. They're too wide. Now, the rule of this stream is I do something foolish and then die.
Isn't that the rule of every stream?
Most.
Not Yoko, I guess.
No, also Yoko.
Oh, okay.
Get over here.
Put on the ring that prevents one-hit KOs.
I somehow backstabbed him from his front. And died, because I tried parrying them. I should just parry the one move. There is one move in their moveset that has the exact same parry timing as it does in Dark Souls. It's the one where they do the cross slash, and the parry timing is when their elbow twists inward. It is exactly the same, and I will do it. I will do it!
I have faith in you.
I have 30 faith in me.
See, even you have faith in you.
Gotta have faith. Oh, the ghost following me is wearing Smo's armor and large club. A person after my own heart.
Also rolling through water.
The good luck is on my side.
You think that's literally just Smo following these silver knights around?
Ooh, could be. We're gonna find some lore soon about that. Some lore.
It's not exactly a spoiler if we just saw someone with that armor.
That one! No, I goofed it up!
Aw.
I will do it. There we go.
Yay.
But now I have to do it again.
I get the impression that you're simply not meant to parry most of the attacks in this game.
If you use a small shield... Oh, you gave me a divine blessing. If you use a small shield, you're liable to parry most attacks. I'm using a medium shield, I think you're just not supposed to parry. Medium shields are not advised for the parrier at large.
Yeah, there are only like a handful of little attacks that you can reliably parry with a medium shield. Unless you're some parry god of some kind.
This is kind of my go-to parrying shield, is the Leowen shield. Because it blocks okay when you're not parrying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the best thing about it, is that I think stat-wise I think it's the best small shield in the game.
Could be.
Like, it's also the heaviest, but
It's also very balanced.
it's a fair trade-off.
Around it's okay at blocking everything.
And it's also pretty stylish.
Got his bow.
Ooh. Does that have any lore on it?
Great bows used by the Dragon Slayers during the Age of the Gods. The bow must be anchored. Only specialized great arrows can be fired. Not real lore. It's just that the Dragon Slayers used it during the Age of the Gods. It's a. I think there's one that's actually fairly easy to get. Not far from here. And I should probably go back just to get some more Estus, because I spent all my Estus killing these guys. I'm sort of annoyed that the Silver Knights can't drop their weapon, because I really love Silver Knight's sword. The Leo ring. Smo's Great Hammer. And a Divine Blessing. So I think Smo's Great Hammer...
Thought it was going to be a goat.
Ah, I wish it was a goat. So Smo's Great Hammer has lost two trophies, 2 merits. No longer it has the highest item requirement of any item in the game. And no longer is the heaviest weapon in the game. The DLC 2 adds an item that has the highest stat requirement of any item in Dark Souls, or any Souls game, and is also the heaviest item. And Smo's Great Hammer is neither.
Still pretty heavy and pretty hefty.
Yeah. Associated with Smo, the last knight to remain at his post, guarding the ruined cathedral. Restore HP while attacking, a carryover from Smo's past as an executioner. So I guess at some point, Smo actually did become a knight. Because he was never called a knight in the other games. He was called Smo the Executioner. And he was, like, very notably excluded from being a knight because he was a cannibal. But I guess...
Cannibal, you say?
Yeah, but I guess if the new person in town is Aldrich, who is a cannibal, maybe you can get away with that. So, but he was the last knight to leave his post. So he was the most committed to the end. I don't know what happened to Smo, though. He's not here. Also, it's Smo, not Smoff, because it's Goff. It's Goff and Smo. I refuse for them to both be off. I accept one, but not the other.
I'm with you on that.
We might yet find out what happened to Ornstein. I'm going to go.
I believe there's some lore downstairs here.
Downstairs? Oh yeah, there's some more here. A ruined painting. Seems familiar. You're going to be saying that a lot in this area. It seems familiar.
Hmm.
What I like about this is this reveals that this was a painting on stucco. Because of the crack in it. A lot of old paintings were done on thin strips of wood with plaster applied to them as a base rather than canvas.
That's a pretty cool detail.
And we got some more pictures over here of nothing in particular. Like we can... This is some kind of throne. There's one of Anerlondo.
Kind of looks like a... The throne kind of looks like one of the ones in Firelink. Like, I don't think it looks specifically like any one of those 5, but it kind of has the same quality to it.
Well, there is a painting of a woman. I'm not exactly sure who is. There's a blonde woman in a dress.
She kind of looks like... in Dark Souls 2, there was the painting of Nashandra that was cursed. It reminds me a lot of that.
It reminds me of the painting. I don't think it looks anything like Nashandra. It could be Nashandra. And then we've got, like, a big domed building. front of some trees. And another one of Anor, but frozen. With a knight in front of it. This looks like concept art. This one does. Because you've got Dark Souls there in the picture. That's him. That's Dark Souls. In front of frozen Anor.
Mm-hmm. Isn't the one to... maybe I'm wrong, but the one to the right of it kind of looks like the Duke's Archives.
Kind of? Oh, I guess I never noticed if Duke's had domed ceilings or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's why I'm just saying kind of.
I accidentally embered because I wanted to go to my last bonfire shrine. Well, we may get invaded. Oh well. We're quite a bit more dangerous now than we have been in terms of danger for invaders. But, we're still liable to lose if I get invaded. There you go, get some levels to give me some more health.
You do have like twice as many souls as the last time I told you I'd have a lot of souls.
Okay. I'm probably gonna... No, embering here is fine because there's a surprisingly dangerous enemy coming up. That is just a dog. Also, these Silver Knights don't respawn. I don't know if that's telling or not.
Also, Byrne had mentioned a little while ago that this parade, and I'm wondering if that's because in Dark Souls 1 they were illusions. Because you remember you could turn it to Dark Anor and the Silver Knights would disappear. I'm wondering if maybe that means these guys aren't illusions, and that's kind of what their deal is.
Well, I poised through something there. It might just be because this spell is Fair and Dart, which doesn't do a lot of poise damage. Okay, one of these dogs, that one, is like inordinately dangerous if you don't immediately kill it. But
all of these dogs are really awful because, like, in addition to being dogs in a Souls game, they also like teleport behind you.
And
unannounced.
They just do a lot of. Some of them just do a lot of damage.
Like dogs and rats, I feel like they're the most dangerous post-poise enemy now. Now that poise is fake.
Just because they interrupt you. So we open to short.
And there's a lot of them.
Not actually a whole lot of Irithyll left.
At least as far as the first half of it is concerned.
Yeah, of Irithyll proper. We've got the... I guess, yeah, but we have post-Irithyll coming up. Don't go in this door. Go around. There's a guy following me as I struggle to remember where the silver cat ring is at. I found it.
Yay.
Yeah, the Black Knights also evaporate in Dark Souls 1. Although some enemies evaporate in this game like the big rats evaporate, I don't think evaporation is like a clue if something is illusory or not. I think it just means, is this a model we want to persist in the game?
How goofy does this model look when it ragdolls?
Yeah, or like, does it have too many polygons? I think I'm doing all of this work for the sake of, like, some bug pellets. Yeah,
For the sake of being a completionist.
there were some blue bug pellets over here, and that's what I killed all of these guys for. So we're coming up to a strong enemy. Soul of a weary warrior.
Whenever I reach this point, I just always make a dash for the door. For the shortcut, rather.
So we have a Pontiff Knights that use
Pretty stylish weapon.
yeah, it's the scythe. I don't know if it's a good weapon or not. I don't like Great Scythe that much, although I haven't used it in a long time. Maybe it's been better.
Yeah, I haven't used scythes ever since, like, release-ish time, so I don't know if these weapons are good or not.
Great Scythe was a weapon I found on my first playthrough that I decided to do decks on, and was like, hey, what if I just used weapons that I love? And that got me to use Claymore and Great Scythe, and it turned out neither of them were very good at that point in time. So I was very disappointed. So as it turns out, they weren't very good at that point in time. I think they made Claymore much better at some point. It served Kaz very well.
Yeah, great swords in general got a little bit of a buff. My first playthrough, I used the Lothric Straight Sword and my beloved Partisan.
Uchigatana. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, who inherited the light of Gwyn the First Lord, greatly boosts miracles. The Sun's Firstborn was once a god of war, until he was stripped of his stature as punishment for his foolishness. No wonder his very name has slipped from the annals of history.
I like that they clarified here, because in Dark Souls 1 it was a little bit ambiguous as to whether he was like wiped from the annals of history or whether he lost the annals of history. And that's why he was exiled. Like there was some weird translation bit.
Like they
and
might
here
have.
they clarified it.
Yeah, I always interpreted it as him like being like stricken from the record, but I might not have read the thing close enough to realize it was written wrong. You can just barely make out little runes on the edge of the ring. They kind of look like scratches. Yeah, I could believe they would either be markings or scratches, but it's an upgrade to Morn's ring.
Of note, you can wear both of them at the same time.
And they stack.
Same with the pyromancy rings.
And the sorcery rings.
And the...
I'm failing the kick input, so this guy is clowning on me.
Try skill.
Yeah, this game is the game that finally dispels the idea that Solaire could possibly be the Gwyn's firstborn. It completely and utterly dispels it. The dream is dead, my friends. So, we have to prepare ourselves for heavy damage. Someone here is using... So that person's ghost was using the Arby's Watcher sword.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I see him. Dagger.
So we have to prepare ourselves for one of my favorite boss fights in the game. And the way
It's a very good one.
we are going to do that by putting on Leowin's shield. And I'm interested in anything at all that would increase our damage. But I don't think we have anything that'll increase our damage. So,
How much Titanite do you have? You want to check out that Dragon Slayer axe?
I'd have to... I could use string. Let's see. How hard would it be to use Dragon Slayer's axe? Because I need 1 strength and 3 dexterity to use it if I give up a ring slot. I'm not going to go in on it right now. I want to get some health.
Very well then. Hey,
That's probably for the best. Keep it as something a little more long term.
Some health on some green.
farewell, Ashen One Maiden.
And I'm just barely away from another level, so let's crack up in a soul. Actually, how far away from a level am I? 2100. Actually going to get some use out of our tiny souls. What are they called? Fading souls.
Fading souls?
Yeah.
Or
Very well then. Hey,
Get some green.
Ashen One Maiden.
Okay. Yeah, definitely want to burn the bones. And I think I actually want to go up on orange Estus. I won't need all of my blue.
What?
Because if this fight
yeah,
lasts...
you'll probably
Be
cast.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that you're probably gonna cast like 1 or 2 spells at most.
Yeah.
Like buff your weapon twice, probably.
Sacred Oaths. Because if this fight lasts, we've been going for an hour. Yep, about an hour and 90 minutes exactly. 2 minutes over that actually, so 192 minutes is what we. Yeah, 192. So like 3 hours. I goofed that up. So 92 minutes. We're about to fight a fun
Doesn't
boy.
even feel like 90 minutes.
Yeah, because we've been going at a blazing pace. Plus, time flies when
Yeah.
you're with good friends. As my dear friend
Time
Ogre's-
flies when you're having fun.
My
Oh,
dear friend Ogre's with us today.
I am here. I think it's also the fact that we've been more or less in the same area the whole time.
Yeah, just been goofing off, doing stuff. Okay, kill these boys. Don't try to run past them.
Yeah, running past the ghost boys, you've got like a 50% chance of getting hit.
What if I just can't do the kick input anymore?
I'm telling you, try skill. I mean, literally try the stance that breaks the shield.
Yeah, but then I would be using my stance. And that is
True.
no good. Okay, I think the other Pontiff Knight has wandered off so that I can cast my buffs. I'm still wearing the Night Ring, which is wrong. Okay. And then... away we go.
I also really like the music in this boss fight. Like, as similar as it sounds to the rest of the music in the game, it still stands out to me.
So our riposte damage is 1,200.
Oh, you parried again?
Yeah.
so you officially are better at this fight than I am. I've never successfully parried this guy.
My first playthrough, I could not fight him any other way. I had to parry him. So it was like, if the fight was going to last longer than a few moments, I was going to die. Because I just could not deal with the Shadow Clone. It was currently dead.
You're just demolishing this guy.
So I'm still taking too many hits. I want to parry him. Do an attack I can parry. No, he's just going to summon his ghost friend again. Now do an attack I can parry. No, that's not an attack I can parry. I demand you do an attack I can parry. Fine. That was Pontiff Sullivan.
He's way harder the first time you fight him.
Oh, he was the hardest fight in the game for the first playthrough of the game. Yeah, he's really fast, he has tons of moves, he can do lots of damage, and then he can summon a Shadow Clone that basically works like a Ninja Gaiden Shadow Clone. He'll copy the Pontiff's moves slightly after the Pontiff does it.
I like the gimmick of the Shadow Clone guy.
It's really good.
And the fact that he can resummon him.
You can summon him over and over. My first playthrough of the game, I could not dodge him good enough to avoid both Shadow Clones. And I couldn't, I just couldn't deal. And I was like, well, I can parry him. What if I just dealt as much damage all at once as I could, and then didn't have the fight last long enough for me to get overwhelmed? So I was using Ujigatana. I trained up a Stora Greatsword, because it was the single biggest damage number I could produce in a single hit. Trained it up all the way. Came in here wearing my heaviest armor so I'd have more poise for when I tried to parry in unpatched Dark Souls 3, because I didn't know yet. And I think I parried him 2 or 3 times, and then did a two-handed fully charged charge attack, and that killed him. And that's what we call a plan. So now that we've defeated a boss, Grey Rat should be back at Firelink.
I'll be right back, because my cat is climbing on things he shouldn't.
Go stop your cat. Then over here, what do we got? We've got Grey Rat. Your carpet hasn't spawned in yet, Grey Rat.
Oh, then we're both safe and sound. Thank the gods for that. I don't like getting things so close. I might have died if it wasn't for that peculiar onion knight. But in the end, it all paid off. Take a good look. They're sure to be of some use.
So his stock has been upgraded. Yes, he says Peculiar Onion Knight, because if you have completed Siegmeyer's quest line, and Siegmeyer is up to date, Siegmeyer will save him.
Goodbye.
If you haven't, and you told
Stay safe.
when
This place is up.
when Grey Rat is gone, Patches will say, "Hey, where's Grey Rat?" And if you tell him, and he has the Katarina set still, he'll say, well, I owe Grey Rat a favor, and then he'll go save Grey Rat for you. As he says, that guy did a good turn for me down in Lothric Dungeon.
About leaving for an... There must be some... I'm aware of the danger. That castle... Not a single man has returned from the castle unscathed. Even back in the day. But I don't want to sit around and die a petty rat. And I
So what's he selling now?
Thank you for placing your trust in me. Don't you worry.
It looks like whatever I'm going to buy, I'm going to have to buy now, because I sent him off to Lothric.
Uh-oh.
Which,
Oh, right, you've been there, okay.
Because I've
so
been
that's why
there.
he wants to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well...
The only thing I should really grab from him is the Titanite he's selling. I think everything else is replaceable. Here's Pontiff Knight Curb Store. I think he's already selling this.
I'd recommend throwing knives, but if you don't use them, then there's no point.
Curved sword wielded by Pontiff Knights. Frigid spirits that linger, yeah. Eaten away by insects, making it lightweight but also brittle. Maybe it was moonbugs. Nothing else in here is particularly needed. Scholar's Candlestick is powerful if you're a sorcerer.
Yeah, like most of the weapons he sells are like pretty decent if you want to commit to them, but kind of unremarkable as well. Just like solid weapons to go through the game with.
Goodbye.
Now let's eat all of our soul items so I can buy his Titanite before he goes. Soul of a weary warrior.
Oh. Could do. Could do.
Okay, I'm gonna need more souls.
Speaking of special Titanite, we can check in on the transposing kiln.
We can go do some kilning.
Oh, goodbye.
Find some lore hidden inside the kiln.
Okay, one moment.
Yep. Guess it's just me here now. How's it going, Zoo?
Had to sneeze a whole bunch. Anything else we want from here? I don't really see anything else I want from here. I guess, yeah, we can buy some throwing knives. I'll buy 60 throwing knives.
Goodbye.
Yay.
Do stay safe, you hear? Or my efforts will have been for naught.
I don't use them that much, but they're pretty fun and situationally useful. Just kind of handy to have on the little quick bar.
Knowest thou of a youth named Anri?
Bro, she, Dark Lady is doing some kind of weird dance.
And will join thee in wedlock. A fellow of mine guides him at this moment. When the time is ripe, thou mayst make thy salutations. For what lord taketh no spouse? Greeting. Good tidings, the time is ripe to greet him. The boy awaits thee in the hidden dark moon chamber of Anor Londo. So thou mayst a true monarch.
So in addition to doing a weird dance, she's also setting up your marriage.
Time the boy. So thou mayst till we meet again. May the
Yep. They're gonna get us some more dark sigils. Hawkwood still hasn't come back. Wonder what that means.
Tis what? There are sweeping and but. Oh, if you think we got them. But it's sweeping.
Okay. Something I was checking for hasn't happened yet. Well, we gotta be on our way. I don't think there's anything else for us to do here.
Yeah, I forget when that thing happened.
I think I need to do a dance in front of a statue first. So now we are going to... I could have turned in my dust to buy some poop. But I don't really need that, so I forgot to do it. It's low priority. Instead, we're going to just walk around down here. Oh, guys, these guys
I'm
are...
sure being embered won't bite you in the ass at all.
I knew you said embered there, but I heard gendered.
Okay.
So being gendered will definitely bite you in the ass.
Being gendered does bite you in the ass sometimes. Yeah.
Especially if you're the butt biter gender, one of the 13 genders of Anor Londo. I don't know how many people remember the 13 genders of Twitter posts, but it means a lot to me. Fire Witch Helm. Helm of witches who bore the profane flame, now harrying spirits of Irithyll. The witches who led the Pontiff's Knight were originally ordained as holy knights. It was not long, however, before their hearts were swallowed by the profane flame. We got a cool hat.
Profaned flame, you say?
This actually goes well with the Black Knight set.
It is nice and pointy.
Also, it makes my equip ratio 6.9. Nice.
Nice. Kind of shiny compared to your Black Knight armor, but I think
shiny.
it's still good.
Plus, I've got a fin for extra maneuverability.
Mm.
And I'm
You
going...
roll better now.
Yeah, we gotta... I wish that were the case. So you go over here. And there's an item here. It's just a rusted gold coin. Gold that can rust. I will note that gold neither rusts nor tarnishes. What ring do I want here? You know what, sure. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn it is. I don't think it makes healing spells more powerful. I kind of wish it did.
Yeah, I think it's just offensive spells. But you do have that lightning spear, so
Oh no!
maybe it'll come in handy.
Don't hurt me. Alva makes me think he's going to fall off a cliff every time I fight him.
He does fall off a cliff most times that I fight him.
Such as now. He fell off a cliff. I got the Murakumo still, though.
Yay!
I think at one point, if he fell off a cliff, he would not get it. Curved great sword of Alva, Seeker of the Spurned! Specially forged in an eastern land. The search for the Spurned had no end, and so the wayfaring knight warmed to a most deformed weapon. So I don't know, I think in Dark Souls 2, Alva was questing for like a a priestess of some kind.
Yeah, he was pretty sure she was a witch.
No,
He
the,
was-
the witch was like just hanging out with him. Like him and the witch became friends. But
maybe that's how it goes.
he was questing
I
for
honestly
something
don't
else.
remember. Well,
It's got a good armor set. And now we're in the Profaned Dungeon. This is the place of nightmares.
and I like it a lot, despite how bad it is.
I kind of like it now,
Partially
too.
because of how bad it is.
First time, though, this place is a real meat grinder. So it's another trap item. We're going to see the tricks these things can pull. I would like those enemies if they couldn't... if their grab attack didn't happen instantly. Ah, cure for Saint Soretta's sickness, but failed and relinquished his knighthood. Thank you, Morathian. Ah, I got the soldering iron. That's, not what these items are called. They're, I suppose you could brand yourself with a soldering iron, but that's not what you specifically use. It should just be a branding iron. So yeah, these guys, they attack your health bar directly.
Yeah, and your first instinct might be to, like, if you're clever, you might think, hey, I could maybe use an ember to restore my health. And no, that doesn't work.
These things are back. I shouldn't pick up anything they drop, because all they can drop is poop and fading souls. So the name of the game of the Irithyll dungeon is Locked Doors.
Yeah, the name of the game of Irithyll Dungeon.
So you have
If you've played or are familiar with Demon Souls, this should look pretty familiar.
yeah, lots of callbacks to the Tower of Latria. Similar enemies carrying lanterns. There's just a cell full of worm guys. Grab attacks.
Fewer keys to find, but still keys to find.
There's a good 3 keys to solve Dracula's riddle.
Oh no, you've got the worms.
I got wormed. Found the old sorcerer's set, which is the sorcerer set from Dark Souls. Yeah, the jailers don't...
First,
Well, the jailers can kind of paralyze you. We'll see if it happens. Vinheim Dragon School. The School of Wizards. Of Hogwarts. Stop bullying me.
some of these cells are just, like, completely pointless to open
This
and,
one,
like, actively harmful to you.
this one actually isn't, though.
Or is this the one that has a glowy in it?
Nope. I'm pretty sure this guy drops something if you kill him.
Busted out the torch just in time.
Yep, he drops Great Magic Shield. For some reason. Don't know why, but he does.
I don't think the description.
Yeah, I guess I can read. Only sorcerer swordmen with special duties are permitted to use of the spell. That's all we get. That's our lore of it.
Maybe he was a sorcerer before he was a worm. That's the best that I've got. I guess you did find those sorcerer clothes in another cell, so maybe it's a hint that they like to imprison sorcerers around here.
You got one of the sorcery teachers from the Tower of Latria. I think the sage was. I think Sage Guy was locked up. Okay, here's the guy that always kills me. He didn't kill me.
Yay!
If they touch you with their iron, it brands you and makes you fat roll and your stamina merely slow. And then if you are... They have a grab attack they can do to you while you are branded. And if they get hit by it, you basically die instantly. Because at that point, it doesn't any damage at all, and they've probably drained your health bar to minimum.
Yeah, you're generally fine as long as you're mashing roll. If you're when you're fat rolling, it's good enough.
I've never got away from it, if like that, but I trust your judgment. The blood red substance sometimes found within suggests there's more to this so-called resin than meets the eye. I have no knowledge of that. It just adds.
I'm pretty sure that just means it's blood. That it's made out of, Soylent Green is people.
Pine resin is blood.
Hey, guy.
That guy's not non-violent.
Baby face.
Found the jailbreaker's key. The first of the keys we can find. Key to the barred window in Irithyll dungeon, but below the window nearly points to a bottomless black pit and a paltry view of the ruined profane capital. The very architecture would appear that a cruel joke the jailer played on the would-be escapees. This key is not useless. We shall be making some use of it. But first we got to kill some more horrible monsters. Wish they'd drop their hat. That'd be fun. I think this guy will be hostile. Yep.
I think it's really just that one guy who doesn't attack you.
Yep. The simple gem.
And
A gem of infused titanite said to be an object of infatuation for victims of stunted development. Used in the infusion to create simple weapons. Simple weapons are crescent weapons from Demon Souls. Kind of. They don't do magic damage. They gain physical scaling of your intelligence, and they restore. And you get FP while wielding them.
they're not quite as powerful. Like, the main reason you'd use this is because of the FP we gain, actually. Because there are some weapon skills that require just any amount of FP. So, like, even if you have one, then you just have this on your offhand shield, then recover 1 FP.
Oh, they
use
does.
a skill.
Oh, I thought they were just blessed. They actually do magic damage. Okay, I was wrong. I never used it before, so I was just making assumptions. Because blessed, oh well. Just use it for the FP.
I'm pretty sure the popular PvP thing to do is to throw it on a cestus and then use that cestus for parrying.
Weirdly enough.
Like, not exactly the intended use, but still useful.
At least people are using a punch weapon in PvP. So here's where you use the Jailbreaker's key. It lets you get this. The Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. Anyone who has played a Sorcerer or Pyromancer in Dark Souls 1 will know what this does. Greatly boosts sorceries. Special ring given to those who are deemed fit to undertake a journey of discovery in Vinheim, home of sorcery. Apropos to the Dragon School, the seal depicts an everlasting dragon.
It's a useful ring if you're a wizard.
I've long wondered if you could use Spook to get from here to down there and skip most of the dungeon. I don't think you can. I've never been able to make the jump.
I think this actually is exactly where the speedrun does use Spook.
Ah.
Like, I don't think, maybe not this pillar, but like there's some little spot around here that it's safe to fall.
I will have to learn.
Spook.
So these guys are secretly just the villagers from the Undead Settlement because they stumble when you roll into them.
I believe one of the 2 enemies in the game that do that.
I think the deacons also stumble when you do that to them.
Yeah, that's right.
And this one's a mimic. Should I kill the mimic or should I give him a sleepy time drug?
I'll leave that to you.
It's time for the killing! Estus Shard. This is an important one to deal with. How the spots where the guy is sitting. Well, I can't use Spook. So I can't do it.
I do wonder if the Silver Cat ring is good enough for that.
I'm almost certain
I'm not telling you to test it right now, but
I think Alva can also invade you here.
I don't recall off the top of my head. I guess we'll find out, since you're embered.
These guys are being rude to me. These guys are sort of bloodborne-y. They're very basic enemies, though. Soul of a weary warrior. That warrior's weary.
I think maybe you just got invaded by some player who was role-playing as Alva, Seeker of the Spurned.
That'd be good. I'd do that. So here's a giant
buy it.
who's taking a nap. Can they be bled? I'm in the wrong position. They can be bled.
That's good to know. I don't know if you can hear my cat. Back
Just a little
meowing
bit.
Again.
Okay, I have to wake him up soon or he'll get his, he'll regenerate health.
Fighting this guy is a pretty big pain in the butt.
I will do it though. because I believe in fighting giants.
You will be rewarded for it. I don't think Miracle Rings boost the blood output.
They probably don't, but they,
Yeah.
it's just causing the
It's still-
spell itself to do more damage. I died. Like, because I thought I had killed him. I thought I had killed him, and then I died.
Thought you'd killed him, but really he had killed you.
Because, you know, that's how the cookie crumby. Let's find the next bonfire and then call it a stream.
That sounds about right.
Maybe not the next bonfire, but like the next... It'll probably be a shortcut to the bonfire, so we honestly find.
Yeah, the next actual bonfire's a little ways from here. Although this shortcut is going to help, yeah.
It's like also right there. I could get it without fighting the giant, but I've decided I have to fight the giant, so we're going to fight the giant. Hubris is a natural part of the Dark Souls experience. You ain't died to hubris and get... I don't know who you are. Because you ain't me.
These guys are being super rude.
Oh, they always are. This is an appropriate use of too many dudes. There's a lot of guys here, but they're all very weak. But they're all still threatening.
Yeah. The fact that they die pretty quick and that they stagger if you so much as roll into them, pretty balanced.
Okay, now we have to get our bloodstain, which is over here. I need to find... Here we go. Here's the spot I need to be because of my ranged weapon.
Your ranged weapon, a chime.
If I can stupid him, that would be tops. He somehow... Wow, that somehow hit me. Okay, kind of stupiding him.
Doors.
He's dead.
Yay! All you had to do was rattle your bells and insects at him.
Ooh, that goblin dropped a titanite chunk. And the giant will also have dropped something. But to experience it, I'm going to have to go down to where he was and obtain it. Which will not be free.
It's free with the silver cat ring. Unless you count the rats as well.
I count the rats as well. There's a significant number of rats. Okay, and there's now not really a significant number of rats anymore. 4 dung pies and a titanite chunk.
worth it.
And Profaned Flame, which is a very powerful pyromancy.
Not to be confused with Profaned Flame, which is also something else.
Yeah, not capital P, capital F. So Ziegmeyer's here.
Oh! Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought.
I like that you can talk to him through the grate here.
While fighting rats.
Just been sitting here weighing my options. The moment has almost come. I just need a bit more time.
He says that a bit gravely.
My liberation requires a key. But the key is outside.
I mean, he is sitting in jail.
Yeah,
My liberation with the key.
that's all he has to say for us. And I think these rats will spawn forever, or near to it. What we want to...
Yeah, I don't know if they respawn infinitely, but they certainly do keep on coming.
Should I kill this mimic, or should I give him a sleepy time?
Let this one live. He's out of the way. Just wanted a quiet little spot.
He makes a Majora's Mask noise when you wake them up. They make snoring noises. Which should be an achievement for going through a game cycle without killing any mimics.
Yeah, I'd approve.
You don't get...
They are very good.
They are rather good. It would mean no deep battle axe for a while, because you don't get undead hunter charms for a little bit. And by then you probably have better weapons. There's some lightning bolts. Let's read some items.
I do rather like that there is an item called Lightning Bolt.
These were also by the same name in Dark Souls. Created by a giant blacksmith of the gods. However, the gods never used crossbows. The bolts are likely an artifact of the Dragonless era. And also Dragon Slayer lightning arrows. Lightning has been the weapon of the Dragon Slayers ever since the time of Gwyn, the First Lord. They started calling him their First Lord. Whereas in Lord of Sunlight, because he was the first Lord of Cinder.
Yeah, they can't really be calling him Lord of Cinder if there are also 5 other people with that title.
Oh, Profaned Flame, yes. Pyromancy deriving from the Profaned Flame. Engulfs foes at range, but burns them to ashes. Profaned Capital was consumed by fire after Yorm the Giant became a Lord of Cinder. The fire born of the sky is said to have incinerated naught but human flesh.
The actual Profaned Flame is like one of the least explained things in the entire game.
It's like they found a second Chaos Flame. As best as I can imagine what it is.
Kind of, yeah. Except, well, later on there's an item you'll get that kind of explains slightly more.
But until then...
Yeah, it's still all very ambiguous.
Until then, I think our time with Lore Souls has come to an end for the evening. We found the bonfire shortcut again. So thank you very much for joining me, Ogre.
Yeah, I'm happy to join. Thanks for having me.
It's Tactful Ogre, everyone. Everyone say thank you to Tactful Ogre. And thank you, everyone, for joining us for Lore Souls. Especially to Kratok, who resubbed. If you Since they resubbed, you will see the Numbayokos. They're very good. I've been keeping my remaining subs for a while, but I've not been gaining subs in a while, and that makes me a little bit sad. But maybe I'll do a drive for it at some point. But thank you, everyone. Especially you, Ogre, the Arby's watcher. And you, the viewer. Goodbye. You have any sign-off, Ogre? Like a good night and a good luck or something?
Sure. Good night. Good luck. Good lore.
Good lore.
Good lore.